It's very exciting. These are great topics today, and I can't contain. Everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to yet another episode of Memes and Dreams.
What's going on, everybody? We are back. It has been a minute.
Yeah, it has been a while. We are now on episode five. Fivers.
Yeah.
Five. Whatever happened to that? But yeah, so we're on 5 now, and we have been gone for a bit.
Yeah, it's been a couple months.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Been at least a couple of months.
At least a couple.
Don't forget about we're all over the map.
Yeah, I went from Canadian to Irish.
Yeah, that's the episode, guys. I'm sorry.
See ya.
Click. We wanted to.
We had to go find ourselves.
We went to go find. Couldn't have made that sound stupider. We went to go find ourselves. This.
We had a sabbatical.
Yeah, totally.
Who are we as a podcast?
That's really what we went. We went to go find out, who we are, and are we delivering memes and dreams?
You can't let your dreams be memes.
Oh my gosh. So, anyway. Now I got that intro banter out of the way. It's always super genuine and not awkward at all. We have today we have the meme of the week. We have the...
Talk a little bit about the challenge that we did.
Yeah.
And then...
I'm going to be discussing Jesus is King.
Of course.
And
then after that, just going to be pretty much a TV show episode. A lot of TV stuff happening.
And yeah, we're going to be covering a bunch of TV shows.
Yeah.
Pretty much for there's going to be the rest of the topics for the episode are all going to be around TV because it's a year for TV. A lot of big things are happening, and so we're going to want to address those and kind of make sure that everyone's in the loop because otherwise where are the memes coming from? You know what I'm saying?
Gotta get it from somewhere.
So, speaking of which, Speaking of memes just springing up from some new television programming, Jason, you want to tell us what the dealio is this week?
Yeah, this meme of the week is brought to you by The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian.
You can stream it on Disney+.
Disney+.
And then, so what happened, at the end of the first episode, they introduced a new character, and the internet has named it Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
And it is cute as fuck.
You'll see it right here. All right, and then you know what? One over on this side, and then one right there. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, and that's Baby Yoda.
He kind of took the internet by storm.
Yeah,
everybody just fell in love with it.
It's hilarious.
And then, of course, the internet being the internet, as it always does.
We got our memes.
Yeah, they memed the fuck out of it.
So, Jason. What do we got?
So, just going to read them off from here. Like I said, we'll put the memes up here, but we're just going to talk about them for right now.
Absolutely.
And if you're listening on, a podcast app, you can go to our YouTube and watch the video, or hit up one of our social media accounts, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We'll post them on there as well.
Yeah.
So the first one's going to be...
we didn't even plan that either. We just said that, perfectly at the same time.
Good little roll out.
All right.
So the first one... Fuck off. First one, it's a 3-panel one stacked on top of each other. So the first one's going to be old Yoda from the old movies. Do or do not, there is no try. And then the middle one is Baby Yoda. Boomer, okay. Then it goes back. Listen here, you little shit.
So Baby Yoda, okay, boomers.
Right. Which that's going around too.
Yeah.
That's been, I guess you can call it a meme. It's a saying, but it's been in memes also.
It's been kind of a topic of discussion lately.
And people are getting mad at it too.
People are getting really upset. I think it's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny. Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer. That's immediately how I read it too. Like the first time I ever saw it in like a tweet or something, I was just like, okay, boomer.
Yeah, it really picked up some steam.
And then I don't know that I'd ever really use it because there's not really a need to eat. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't use it. There's no need. I'm just gonna be like, hey.
Hey, old timer.
Yeah. Old buck.
The old buck.
The old buck. Yeah, I don't know, man. But that was solid.
So, and then the second one, get back to Baby Yoda, is gonna be it's pretty much Baby Yoda in like some like clothing. He's just like looking up with his big eyes, like just staring, like admiring something.
Yeah.
And so that's gonna be like the rest of them, and they put captions on them. It's gonna be like watching my dad put batteries in my Game Boy after I put them in backwards 6 times. Like it's just something you always did.
I also saw one where like they edited smoke like from his mouth.
I got that one on there.
Yep, and it's 5-year-old me pretending to smoke when it's cold outside.
That was so true. Like
and it's funny because it's Baby Yoda is adorable.
Right. And then this next one, it has like a shocked face on it. The caption is when my dad says he's going to get milk, but he packs his suitcase. It's so bad.
Oh my goodness. Here, take this. So yeah, I guess those will be the ones we'll put up.
Yeah.
You probably have seen them on the screen by now. But yeah, our meme of the week, well deserved.
Right.
Props to the Mandalorian.
Right. Pretty awesome so far.
I'm really excited. Really excited to discuss and really go over that. But of course, we'll be getting back around to that just a bit later on this episode. By the way, I just want to shout out if you're listening to this from like an audio podcast and you're just going about your day, thank you. That's really cool, and we obviously appreciate that. Of course, we work very hard to make sure that these videos are pretty high quality and the production isn't shitty.
A lot of time on that.
But on top of that, if you are just listening to a couple of schmucks like us talk directly into your ears, then props.
Thank you.
Props. So,
anyways,
as part of our appreciation for the fans.
Also, real quick, there was a meme that we hated this week.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. Honorable mention for the meme that we hated, which was
out of control.
It was the meme that's like it's a template style meme, and it's pretty much one that just says, "I'm gonna tell my kids that this was blank," and it's at most, like at best, like worth a chuckle.
Right, I was gonna say like I chuckled at.
I chuckled at it, yeah. But people have been doing it so much that it's almost now become a meme to like say that you don't like that meme. So kind of a crazy, weird.
I'm gonna tell my kids this was the meme of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
It's just layered in.
Damn.
Right.
That's meta. That's like throw up all over the mic.
Visual meme.
I'm gonna cut to like a technical difficulties, like cut screen. Yeah. That meme was stupid.
We just didn't like it.
Because it just got lazy.
Yeah.
So
Baby Yoda, they're coming up with like stuff you can relate to.
Yeah, Baby Yoda is adorable. All right? But like this one, step it up. All right? Step it up or get out of here. Not at Memes and Dreams. All right, so we, part of our fan appreciation, of course, we want to make sure that, if you're going to go a while without content, that you're
make it up.
Yeah, you're getting a good payoff out of it, And that payoff in this instance was us doing something really stupid and something that I will never do again. Definitely something that now has made me lose a significant amount of trust in Jason. I hate him now. And so, yeah, if you've seen it by now, I'm talking about the
one chip challenge.
The one chip challenge.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure part of us died that night. And,
do you want it?
No.
You don't want
it? No. Yeah, part of us died that night. I could feel my soul exit my body while I threw up.
Yeah. That was...
It was horrible.
That was scary. That was scary.
I thought I was going to have to take this guy to the fucking hospital.
Yeah, I was...
Stop just spazzing out and shit.
So here's the dealio. Yeah, so, okay, there's hot, flavor hot, right? There's hot, oh, yeah, this flavor is hot, and it might make you uncomfortable for a little bit. It might make your tummy rumble, maybe you'll need to take a Pepto-Bismol, a little tablet, right? That was not this. This was different. I don't know where Jason gets this kind of thing. I still don't. I don't know what kind of sick man would have these just available in his pantry. But sure enough, we ate them. And if you've seen the video, then you'll see that they were just agony. And after the video cut out, it got way worse.
Oh yeah, we didn't film the bad stuff.
Yeah.
We were curling up on the couch on the cover, shivering.
Yeah. Not to mention, granted, in the video, your boy here yaks, but after the video was over, I absolutely threw up.
Yeah,
it was terrible. That was awful.
Video.
Yeah, 100%. Literally, my body was trying to get it out of me.
Yeah.
So that chip is poison.
Could not take it.
Yeah.
My body rejected it.
Yeah. We just got sick.
Yeah.
So not only is it it's not like it's just oh, it's just not good. No, it's it's medically scary, man.
Yeah. No lie, there's an actual point where I was like, this could be it.
Oh yeah, I was like, man, that's it. Huh?
This is our legacy. Die from a chip?
4 episodes into season 2, and that's how we die.
Right. Yeah.
Not very eventful.
Not expecting that.
Not very eventful.
Right.
That'd be a bad headline, man.
I mean,
2 found dead from Chip.
Chip is the main suspect.
Chip is the main suspect. Police are on the lookout. Pocky One Chip Challenge. If you have not gotten a chance to see it yet, please go look for it on YouTube. You can just YouTube, and of course on Facebook, on our Facebook page. Mm-hmm. But on YouTube, you can search, memes and dreams, One Chip Challenge. It'll pop right up. So moving on, we'll be talking about something. Little album / experience / moment in history. So. That's how I'm excited. That's.
Oh man.
It's very exciting. These are great topics today, and I can't contain my joy. Jesus is King is an album that no one thought was actually going to make it to the light of day. We were on the heels of waiting for Yandhi for about a year, and then promptly after waiting, we got this glimpse of hope in the form of what would become Jesus is King, and it went through a series of delays, something that's literally unheard of in the music industry, to the point where fans were literally making memes, such as this one, about getting clowned on, essentially, because you're just waiting for Jesus King, and then midnight comes around and nothing drops.
And your friends are texting you, making fun of you.
Yeah,
everyone was letting this happen to you.
Everyone was making fun of the people, I would assume, I don't know that I got any of that messaging personally. I did. From this one over here. Yeah. He was with me during the pain and the agony, but sure enough, come like a few days later, we get it was next day actually. So he pushed it out to like a third delay. And after the third delay, he finally released it. He released it not on the release date, but the day right after. So he really built it up to the very last second.
And at like 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Like just in the middle of the day.
Now, on top of that, I got the opportunity to watch the film for Jesus is King. And I gotta say, I thought it was incredible. I thought it was pretty, I'm gonna say groundbreaking. And the reason why I say that is because the way it was shot, the use of 4K for the video resolution of that film, mixed with the fact that the angles that it was shot at, and the choir, and the way that the sound and of course the songs and the music tied into what we were watching was very powerful. It was very moving, and it almost made you uncomfortable in like a good way, if that makes sense. So super excited. The album, since coming out, has been incredible. Jason, what are your thoughts?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I thought it was perfectly done. And it's got some bangers in there too for being like a gospel album.
Right. And that's the thing, is everyone's just like...
Kenny fucking G laying down some sax. Woo, buddy.
Yeah, Kenny freaking G. Where did he come from? Like, he was like chilling in what, the 80s, 90s?
Yeah.
90s, right?
I wonder what that call was like, that first call. Kanye calls him up. Yo, Kenny!
He had Kenny G perform for Kim on her birthday. I don't know if that was pre-Jesus is King.
Yeah. Because
the thing is that Kenny G made an appearance on Use This Gospel, the penultimate song on Jesus is King. Now, Use This Gospel went through a couple different revisions over time and was originally, I believe, slated to appear on what was at the time Yandhi. However, because of the changes that happened, the edits made to who was originally on that song, you didn't hear it here, but if someone were to search it on YouTube, they'd probably stumble across the actual version that was originally created. Now, don't get me wrong, Jesus King version is incredible and one of my favorite songs kind of ever. Definitely of this year, but more on a bigger scale of it's an incredible song. And having Kenny G, I don't know if like Kanye was already like, I want to have him like on my album, or if after he performed for Kim, he was like, hey,
right,
I got this thing I want you to hop on with your saxophone. And then like he came through. He came through.
He did.
So,
clutched it.
Jesus King, I'm sure you've heard it. If you're interested, you've heard it. If you're not, then
fuck you.
You're probably not watching Memes and Dreams, so you like. So yeah, bye. Check it out and keep an eye out also for Kanye's upcoming. Now I'm just doing promotion for him. No, he has this opera. It's gonna be coming out. I'm sure tickets are gonna be available pretty soon. It's called Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar. Whew, man, what a name.
Tongue tie.
It's tongue twister. But it looks like it's going to be pretty darn powerful.
Yeah.
Early reviews are in, and people are saying great things.
So is it like an opera concert, or is it going to be like an album?
I think an opera concert situation.
Oh, I thought it was going to be an album.
Not an album. Not an album.
Okay.
If anything, the next album would either be one of two things. His rumored collaboration on Jesus is King 2
Oh, yeah.
with Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Heavy air quotes, because... okay, if we get that, wow. But even I gotta be realistic sometimes. And y'all, Dr. Dre and Kanye, that's too good to be true. I would fall into little pieces. I would melt. I would whisk away in the wind. Or it's going to be his Christmas album.
I need a Kanye Christmas album in my life.
He literally did. Like, he teased it. I forgot where. I think it was like in an interview, but he mentioned like, yeah, the next thing after Jesus is King is going to be a Christmas album. I don't know if that's just Kanye being ridiculous.
Right.
So also pending.
I mean, he better have DMX on there to sing Rudolph.
I'm just going to say like straight up.
Come on, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Jason, what's the matter with you?
What? Dude, DMX's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a slap.
Had a very shiny nose.
Kanye would make it work somehow.
Dude, if you got him on that, that'd be perfect.
But no, like it, like for real though, is that we never thought that Kid Cudi and Kanye collab was ever gonna happen,
It happened.
and it came through.
I know Kid Cudi said he wants to release a new album too.
Mm-hmm. We got Watch the Throne, Kanye and Jay-Z. So I'm just saying, like, if it's in the stars, could happen. So Kanye and Dre, right? Kanye Christmas album. I mean, we've had a Kanye, auto-tune album. We've had a Kanye feature album, a Kanye story album, Kanye, like, rage album. There's so many, and they're all themed. So, that's why it's super exciting to be a Kanye West fan, because the sky's the limit when it comes to the creativity that you see happen out of this this artist, but also like this icon. So that's my piece on Jesus is King. But from there, we'll switch gears. Jason, I'll take this. Actually, let me pop some new calls on super quick. But you want to chat about some new updates on the TV department?
Yeah. So now we're gonna kick into TV mode for the rest of the episode. First, we're going to be talking about one of the new streaming services that have come out, and that is Apple TV. And they launched their own streaming service. Right now, they don't have TV shows, but I'm pretty sure in the near future, they're going to be coming out with movies also. And so they're kind of taking like a Netflix approach, I guess you could compare it to. And then... So for like their first big show that they're doing, they came out with like 3 for their premiere.
Well, one thing I want to say about that super quick before we get into the shows themselves is that it's super important to note that Apple TV Plus is, you'll notice that it has a very select few exclusives that are out at launch right now. And that's very interesting to note, because if they are going to test the waters to try and eventually move into movies, and then on top of that expand as a network, right, as a studio, as a really pull the Netflix kind of thing off, they have to figure out if it's going to work with their key demographic and where the subscribers would be viewing from, which is why there's this big push for, hey, if you get any Apple device, you're gonna also get this trial version. Because that's the idea, is if they can get those numbers early on, they'll be able to tell whether or not they can keep these shows, which do have like top level actors involved, actors and actresses that are super well known in the industry and like really big names. Well, like, that's the thing that will determine whether or not those shows make it past one season.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of, it's a wild, like, it's a cool kind of gamble that they're taking, especially in what is considered now to be some people are calling the second golden age of television.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming back. So, sorry. So, yeah, I just wanted to mention that. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
And like you said about the actors, like for the morning show, they've got Steve Carell, Jennifer Aniston, and Reese Witherspoon. Not a fork, a spoon.
Yeah. They also have that one dude from Beep Beep Boo, The League.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He played Pete in the League.
He plays Pete
Mark
in the League.
Duplass.
Mark Wow.
Yeah.
Duplass.
I think that's how you
It's
pronounce
not
it.
two minus. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and then like for the other show, For All Mankind, they got I don't know his name on this, but he was in the Netflix show Altered Carbon, which which is a really like cool futuristic show. And then he was Rick Flag in Suicide Squad also.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's also in House of Cards.
Yeah.
He was the candidate running against Frank Underwood.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're
was-
right. Yeah,
Mhm.
in the later seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't talk about that show now.
We don't talk about that show anymore.
Um,
Memes and Dreams talks about that show.
right. That one's really cool. It's kind of like an altered history show, kind of like Man in the High Castle,
Mm-hmm.
which came back for a new season also, which I need to binge.
Mm-hmm.
It's where like the Soviet Union lands on the moon first instead of the U.S., and so it becomes this big space race. It's really interesting to watch and like see what would have happened if history went a different way.
Especially taking the route of like the space race, which was always like an interesting topic, at least in like school. I thought that was always like kind of neat to learn about. Is like who in the world can get off of the world the quickest. Kind of wild.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy concept.
So yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see. I'm definitely interested in it, and I think that we'll talk about it a little later in the episode. But now that there's a couple things kind of starting to slow down on my plate, so to speak, I will definitely be checking out the other Apple TV shows.
Yeah.
But right now, I've been watching The Morning Show, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, they have that many like superstar power in one show and get them to all work together and put out an amazing product.
And it seems like everyone, it seems like the casting was very well thought out.
Yeah, they really like put their time into that one. If there was like an Apple TV show to get extended for like beyond one season,
I would want it to be that one. For
yeah,
sure.
like I could see it being that one that
Yeah.
gets put on.
Honestly, like I could even consider that to be like their poster boy
Oh, for
show,
sure.
right? Like if there's one that they're gonna promote the most, which it almost feels like they have been promoting the most. And what I mean by that is like it's the first one to scroll on the marquee, right? Like it's
Yeah.
that same kind of like would be The Morning Show. It shows up, boom, Jennifer Aniston or Reese Witherspoon, and then even like Steve Carell is like left out a little bit of the promotional, and super smart because if you watch the show, you'll know exactly what the reasoning is behind that,
Yeah.
and it's very on brand with
It's about like stuff that's happening today also,
yeah,
and like
it's
how it affects everybody and not just like one or two people.
it's a real big look on that. Those like kind of like some common topics, things that are really like discussed like pretty in depth. But on top of that, they do it in this like newsroom-esque. If anyone has watched that on HBO,
Yeah.
The Newsroom by Aaron Sorkin.
What a show.
It's got that same kind of
Like behind the scenes kind
behind the scenes news crew feel to it.
Yeah, definitely.
I like it. I like it.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
And then the third one that they rolled out also on their debut day was C. It's a Jason Momoa TV show. But I've
Jason
only watched
Momoa is doing TV again.
I watched like half the episode when it came out. It's kind of hard to like grab your attention, I guess. And I haven't finished it, so can't really talk about it that much. But yeah, that was like their third big one that they, like you said, like the poster boys
Yeah.
for Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
And
See
C.
it.
Be it.
Stop. Why do I keep having you on? Okay, so I think that like overall, Apple TV Plus, very exciting to see what happens with it. But another big name in the race, right? Like now it's like TV race. It's who can get to. Oh yeah, can you use the flipperoni? Thanks, man. And I'll bring this into the next thing I was going to mention, which is, the next big name that we look at that is just made a big jump forward into the streaming kind of platform is Disney Plus. Disney Plus, we have the first time ever, really, we have access to limited Disney releases. We have access to things that will be released from the vault. we will have access to 4K resolution of Marvel films. Pretty incredible stuff coming out from Disney Plus. And, on top of all of that, we have the mix of course, Star Wars, both movies and series, such as, of course, The Mandalorian.
Which has been amazing so far.
With Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
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 That's
What are your,
Disney.
what are your thoughts on
My
Disney
thoughts
Plus?
on it is...
What are your thoughts?
So, this is how I know I would like it. I signed up for the free trial, and I set a reminder on my phone, like 6 days from now, like, cancel Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6 days go by,
You never did it.
and I got the alert, cancel Disney Plus, because you're broke, and you shouldn't be paying for this.
Right.
And then I was like, nah. And so...
Nah, fam, I'm good.
So now I'm paying for it, and good decision. Because watching The Mandalorian, and then I'm watching my childhood, which is so awesome of Disney to do. Like, they put all your childhood TV shows and movies on there. And that's what I feel like grabbed a lot of people, like, in our age range,
Yeah.
to go buy it. And, like,
Right.
because nostalgia, like, is the biggest selling factor in that.
Yeah. I'm honestly like,
Do you want me to get this?
no, you're good. Do they release like the X-Men? Did I see that right?
Yep. X-Men, Spider-Man,
That was incredible.
Silver Surfer,
Sauce. I got the sauce.
Dual Wheel.
Wheel. All right, I'll be right back.
I put them over there.
Oh, nice.
And so I've been watching The Mandalorian, of course. A little movie here and there, but then I don't know why, but I've been like binge watching Boy Meets World. I don't know. It's just one of those shows I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. And so I just started watching it.
What a plot twist. And Boy Meets World.
Right, out of all like the big name TV shows. But what's cool, I watched the first episode of the Jeff Goldblum one. And man, that dude is like a character. He's so
Jeff
funny.
Goldblum?
He's so like witty.
Wait, what's he on?
He has his own like show. His own like travel show kind of thing.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god. I thought it's got to be somehow. It's like the coal. It's traveling. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Jeff Goldblum, huh?
Like what a guy.
What a trip, man.
And then I
I
saw today they have a Gordon Ramsay like
Oh.
travel food show.
Wait, that's on
Def-
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Damn.
Definitely gonna be hitting that up.
Damn. Are you serious?
Yeah, I just saw it there today.
Oh, I saw he was he's recording for that. If you look on his YouTube channel, right after you visit Memes and Dreams YouTube channel, where there's a bunch of great content. But if you look on his YouTube channel, you can see like he's like the behind the scenes stuff. He's like, yeah, I'm recording this like new show, but they didn't really say who it was for. I just thought it was for like Discovery Channel or something. I didn't know it was for Disney freaking Plus.
Yeah.
Moves. Those are moves. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So Disney Plus coming through.
Right. So I think there's gonna be a big race and like for Disney Plus and Apple TV Plus.
By the way, if you have a 4K TV or know a friend who has a 4K TV and you have access to Disney Plus through your own subscription or some sort of bootleg situation, and you don't watch Endgame in 4K,
Like what the fuck
I hate
are you doing?
I hate you
with your
then.
life?
If that's like
Oh,
how you
honey.
want to live your life, then get away from me. You know. Seriously though, it looks so damn good. Looks
Chef
ridiculous.
kiss.
Chef's kiss, 100%. You can see like all of the like. You can see like all of the past movies on Chris Evans' face. It's crazy. It's wild.
How much like the wear put on
The
Chris
wear
Evans?
on him and like freaking Robert Downey Jr.'s like freaking
It's like,
beard.
She's got more gray hairs.
Yeah.
It's really stressed him out.
He's grayed out. He's grayed out. It looks amazing though. 4K with Marvel, as it should be. Finally. All you need is Disney Plus, or someone that is going to also have Disney Plus. I don't know. So.
But yeah, like I was saying before you interrupted me, this is gonna be a big streaming service race for Disney Plus and Apple TV Plus, and I'm excited to see how it turns out.
They'll be joining the likes of Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime.
Netflix, Hulu.
Prime Video, that's what it is. Netflix, Hulu, of course. The new HBO.
Oh, yeah, they're getting that too.
HBO.
They got access to a lot of stuff.
HBO something.
Fuck, it's really begging me that I don't know that. Your phone's up there.
Oh, right. We're using it to record this episode.
HBO, I think it's Max.
HBO Max.
Let me check.
I'm pretty sure it's HBO Max. They're going to have...
Max.
There's a couple of like super intense things HBO Max is going to have right off the bat.
What are those things?
To build suspense, Jason. Really make them want it, you know?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah! So, HBO Max is going to have the streaming rights, the exclusive streaming rights to South Park entirely, which people have been after for years. Netflix has been going for it. I think Hulu's been trying to get the full thing.
More
but they're going to have it
crazier?
exclusively.
Or are they just going to be able to show it?
They're just going to be able to show it.
Okay, they're not going to take over production or anything?
Right. But on top of that, more importantly, they will, in the first time ever, because these have never been streamable before, they'll have streaming rights to the Studio Ghibli.
Squibbly?
Studio Ghibli films.
I have no idea what that is.
Like Spirited Away and like, what was it, My Friend Totoro, and like, there's a couple... I'll put them up on the screen, and you need to get cultured, buddy.
I have no idea what that is.
I'll show you later. You'll know what I'm talking about, like when I show you. But like, yeah, nonetheless, like they're going to have that, and they've never been streamed before, but it'll be pretty crazy to see those show up and streamable. But yeah, so pretty crazy stuff going on.
Good time to be in TV. And speaking of TV, Always Sunny just finished up.
And as we know, it's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Right. The 14th season, which I mean, hats off.
14 seasons. They are currently tied for longest running sitcom, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think they're tied.
Or like, not sitcom, right?
Yeah,
or
sitcom.
Okay.
And I really liked the way it ended, because the episode, how it like felt like it was going, they were like saying bye and like remembering all the good times, and then they just come back. We're never fucking leaving.
Yeah. They ended it with such a bang too. Yeah,
they sent a message to everybody saying, "We're still here, motherfuckers. Like, we're not going anywhere. So you better get used to it."
And you know what's really funny to think about is that I was thinking about this the other day. Is that in that episode, and we'll discuss it, considering, you know, like, I guess, yes, we'll throw spoilers out there. So for the season finale of season 14, Always Sunny, it's titled Waiting for Big Mo. If you have not seen it yet, spoilers, fast forward for like a little bit, chunk of time, or just pause it and go watch it and then come back to the video. That works too. But what I noticed is that Dennis and Charlie, who have been putting like Glenn Howerton and Charlie Day, who have been putting in like a lot of that kind of more individual work on the show to kind of work their schedules around the show in particular, are the ones that are like at the base. But then you have Rob McElhenney and Caitlin Olsen, who are married in real life, and they go down to enjoy the fun, which in my mind is like more of like, hey, what's life like, you know, outside of Always Sunny? And then like Frank is like the old dude. He's like, and you know, Danny DeVito is an older guy, so he's starting to get older, kind of in Hollywood years. So they make him it's almost like they make him like childish in his
Yeah.
mindset because he's just here to have a good time. And
Yeah.
that's really what Danny DeVito does on the show. He just
Yeah.
has a great time, and we have a great time watching him. So, but then at the very end, they all come back and they're like, nah, fuck that. we're going to be here for as long as we can. Because that's the magic behind It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is they do not have to conform to the standards of what a sitcom would typically be because they've already established themselves as a show that specifically tailors themselves to that weird humor that is on such a satirical level that you can only stop for a second and look back and just laugh at every single episode. So
Every
that's pretty much what season 14 did for me.
Damn. It hit you way more deep than it did me.
I was holding that in. I was trying to figure out the coffee situation on my crotch. Yeah, it was an incredible season, and it's just what a heavy hitter season.
For real, like every episode was like fucking hilarious. Like
So-
there wasn't any like filler episode or anything.
So watch it where you can. If you can't watch it anywhere specifically, honestly, go buy it. Go buy it if you can. Support these people because they're incredible. They're so funny, and they work so hard to make this show always experimental and a creative success. So definitely support them. Speaking of creative successes, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the animated area. And of course, my second favorite show of all time. Just kidding. They're both tied for first.
My second favorite.
My second favorite civil engineer. Props to James Franco on that one.
Season was over.
So we are currently underway of Rick and Morty season 4. So we got 14 on Always Sunny and we got 4 on Rick and Morty. And so far, once again, the last season of Rick and Morty was definitely it was good in its own right, but of course, some of the choices that were made were, I suppose, a bit questionable. Honestly, I still had a great time with it, and I'm really excited that I own it. But, that said, it was kind of the same thing where with Always Sunny, season 13 was kind of like a build-up season, right? And Rick and Morty needed season 3 to get to season 4 the same way Sunny needed 13 to get to 14, so... You still with me? With season 3 going into season 4, Rick and Morty has gone back to their original charm. They've gone back to what makes them so great, which is just Rick and Morty having adventures, sometimes not doing anything at all. And, it's really funny because that's really where I feel Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland can stretch their creative legs and then just let it flow. Nothing's forced, nothing's there because it has to be, or they don't have to worry about continuity for the show or any of these things that all these fans are so picky about. But they can just have a fun time, and that's all that matters. And I think that at its core, that's why the show is entirely based around the multiverse theory, because it gives them the flexibility of infinite universes. So, season 14, I think, has been terrific. Jason, what are your thoughts?
I love it.
Yeah?
Like I've laughed my ass off at every episode so far. And
I mean, come on. It's been so...
like
come
I said,
on.
like they're getting back to like their old ways.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad that they pretty much have like a contract now.
Oh, yeah. I'm
They don't
sure
have to worry
Adult
about,
Swim...
hey, we have to really hit it this
Cartoon
season to
Network
get
or-
to the next
Yeah.
season. Like they can just do what they want now.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting paid.
Yeah.
At this point, they're getting paid for, and they're getting high-quality production. Like they should be getting, like they deserve it for
Yeah.
sure. So it's exciting to see that show
Yeah.
grow.
Really excited for the future. And also, like, I remember you telling me, like, at the end credits, in, like, the first season, like, Dan Harmon, he's, like, with his wife and dog.
Yeah.
And then, like, in the later seasons, like he gets divorced and they change the end credits and like he's like alone on a couch.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've noticed it, but this year he's like in a bed with a girl and his dog again. So
Yep.
like did him and his wife get back together, or did he get a new wife? Or
I think he actually, judging from his Instagram stories, because I do follow Dan Harmon. I think it's someone new. Actually, I think he's, which good for him.
right?
You know,
I just think it's cool how they include that. Like,
they make it like that claymation
Yeah.
thing. It's really cool. And also if you'll notice, like on season 4 now, we have at the very end credits, like after everything's said and done, and it starts showing the production companies. There's one that's it's a Rick and Morty production company. It's, I believe, an animation production company, but it's the one that comes up that's literally it's a portal, right? It's like kind of like one of these, right? It's a portal that comes up at the very end, and it looks like it's Green Studio or something like that. Green Studio Productions. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, pretty cool. Super exciting to see the new kind of the new approach, and super hilarious so far. We've already had some significant guest stars.
oh yeah.
One of the biggest ones that I was really surprised by here is they had Elon Tusk, who is an alternate version of Elon Musk that just has tusks. And everyone has tusks in that world. It's hilarious.
And then the car company is Tesla.
It's Tuskla, not Tesla. It's perfect. It's so silly. And so, yeah, Elon Tusk, super funny, and he actually, sure enough, Elon Musk made the special guest appearance to voice that character. Really, really neat. And so, I think we can fit it in.
Yeah.
I really want to talk about it.
Just shove it in there.
Speaking of Elon Tusk and Tuskla Enterprises, we did get a brand new Tesla vehicle unveiled to the society. It's known as the Cybertruck.
Cybertruck.
The Cybertruck.
At first, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Cybertruck.
And then, like, I started, like, see more pictures and videos of it. I was like, pretty fucking cool. Like,
Did you hear? Apparently, after they unveiled it, if you're like an asshole, they, and like the pictures and everything went out. There was this artist that went on to like a, whatever, digital thing. They did a concept of the same design, but with the color of just like a complete matte black overlay. It's completely matte black with like different trim and everything like that. And like Elon Musk saw it and he was like, "All right, cool, let's do that." And then now they're going to put that in production. Yeah.
damn.
So I'm interested to see what it'll look like. If I get a chance to, I will want to like be inside of one and see what that's like. But
And then I kind of feel bad because they unveiled a ATV also, but nobody's talking about that.
yeah, because
Like,
it's
just
like
got like pushed to the side.
you can apparently like ride it straight up into the bed and charge it in the bed, but it's like, how do you get it? Do you buy it extra?
Right? Does it come with the
Does
truck?
it come with it, or is that just like, are we dreaming here?
I just think it's funny that nobody's talking about it. They're just
Did you
talking
see
about the truck.
the most recent test video though for it?
Not that I believe.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh man, seriously?
I guess so.
They link a Cybertruck up.
Oh, with the Ford F-150?
Yeah.
I did see that.
That was sick because the F-150's in gear, like it's driving forward.
But there is some controversy behind it.
What?
Because it's saying it's like a 4-cylinder truck and like not as powerful as like a regular like everyday like pickup truck, I guess. And
But
it's-
even a 4-cylinder truck.
But it's saying like it weighs less than what the Cybertruck weighs by like a good amount. And so they're saying like it'd be easier for the Cybertruck to pull it.
Okay.
So on Twitter, like Elon Musk tweeted that video of it pulling the Ford, and then somebody at Ford said, like, "Oh, I don't believe this. Send us one, and we'll test it." And then Elon was pretty much said, "Bring it." So he's gonna send Ford a Cybertruck to test,
Wow. It's almost like Ford versus Ferrari.
Oh shit! Ford versus Musk. Dang.
That's kind of crazy.
And it's good for Elon because it gets the fucking name out there. And like, if it does perform good, then people will be like, "Fuck your Ford!" Like, we're gonna go around in fucking Cybertrucks, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I can't wait
Cybertrucks.
for a fucking redneck to get a hold of one of these. Just put a lift on it, exhaust. Like, we'll have the exhaust coming out of the bed, you know, like a pair of truck nuts.
Freaking Confederate flag on like the roof, and like a horn that does the Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh
Man. But so yeah,
So.
that got released.
Oh yeah, and then they threw another small meme that came out of that is like they were on stage and you know, Elon Musk was like, "Oh hey, let's go ahead and try just throwing like a lead ball at the window." And so the dude's like, Are you sure?" And Elon's like, "Yeah." Being Elon Musk, he's like, "Fuck it." And so the guy's like, "Okay." And there he goes. And he like softly throws it at the window and it just like cracks it. Like shatters it. It doesn't go in, like the window is still intact, but it's pretty shattered. And so he's like, "Oh, awkward." And everyone's like, "Oh." And he's like, "Well, do the other one." And it did the same thing. So
Back to the drawing board for that.
here's a picture of it. It's pretty funny. Everyone's like memeing it right now. But they did some tests like backstage, and there's videos that do show it actually working. So it may have just been a display model issue, something like that. I mean, you know, there's such a transparent company that I am incredibly comfortable with, like, you know, seeing what they're going to put out there and legitimately considering, obviously not the Cybertruck, but, you know, like their vehicles maybe for future purchase. I like what he's doing. I like that guy. Old Elon Tusk. Cool. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Man, nice. That was a pretty smooth episode 5. Yeah. Of course, you can catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify Podcasts, and we are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. You can find us there for any updates, new posts, things like, of course, our One Chip Challenge that we've done recently, and clips that we put out on Facebook and YouTube in particular. Memes and Dreams, we're going to be coming through some more content pretty soon, including pretty soon recording an interview. Very exciting coming up. Stay tuned. Very exciting. But yeah, I think we're going to cap it there, yeah?
Yeah, seems good.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Be back next time.
See you next time, yeah.